Hello, and welcome to another update video about render. Yeah, here the render chart is possibly in the process of reversing from a downtrend, which started early in December, back into an uptrend, but it's too early to confirm it. We have a support area on the chart, which is between $1.54 and $3.54. It actually looks a little bit more likely that we get another low, and I will explain why. So, if really a third wave formed the top there in March 2024, then this here is all part of the correction of a wave 4. So this was a third wave, yeah? And this is all part of a wave 4. And if a low formed, I mean, it's possible, because we reached the larger support area in this scenario, in a wave 4. We already touched support here, by the way. But then it formed a marginally lower low below the first low. That's actually quite good. That's normally what we want to see in these corrections. But the entire correction would be a so-called WXY correction. And these are slightly less likely than, let's say, normal ABC structures. Because at the WXY, we have 3 waves in wave W. We have 3 waves in wave X. And we have 3 waves in wave Y. And that's an absolutely acceptable corrective pattern. It's valid, and everything, but it's not the most probable scenario. It's not normally an ideal scenario. What we normally see is 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and 5 waves down. Just a different corrective pattern. And therefore, I would watch for that until the price tells me that last low isn't going to happen anymore. But I believe we are quite close to a low. We should be quite close to a low. We are in a support area. It's just that last low is still quite likely, right? But there is a micro support area that we can watch that will tell us more about it. Yeah, that will give us a signal on the smaller time frame. And overall, one more high is still expected in this, I don't want to say this cycle, in this rally, in this Elliott wave cycle, okay? In this Elliott wave cycle. Now, don't compare this necessarily to other coins, because render is kind of moving on its own. It's rallied before others, and it's been in a correction since March. And yeah, so it's kind of its own pattern. And it would take a break above the green line here at $6.30 roughly, this 630 area, to confirm that a more substantial low has formed. And if we now zoom in, go to the detail, then you can see that we are currently holding above micro support. So we could say in the yellow count the low is in. Then this would be some kind of a 1-2 setup, but I can tell you that this is not yet third wave quality, in terms of momentum and everything. It's not third wave quality. It's not very clear what it's doing here. It's certainly not enough upside momentum to say the low is in. It's a potential as long as we're holding above $3.63. So yellow count possible. In the white scenario, however, one more low is easily possible. And, this wave, this might then be an internal wave 4. Whether this is turning into a large ABC structure or it could turn into a triangle and then break down directly, we will have to see. For now, we are moving between micro support and micro resistance, and the market needs to show its hand now. At the moment, it's not possible to say which one it is. We just need to wait for the market's next moves. It's a very key spot here where the market will decide if it wants to form another low or we're already breaking out to the upside. Either way, I believe we're quite close to a low, but I cannot yet confirm that a low has formed. Okay, so it's quite easy or quite simple. We don't need to make it more complicated, but should be fairly close to the end of the correction. Had this move up from the 3rd of February low been a more impulsive move, the situation would be more clearly bullish, but it's just not more clearly bullish because the reaction wasn't that convincing. And in the next step, we need a break above this area here. We've got some Fibonacci resistances, some levels to watch: 484, 543, 572, all the way up to 630. And we need a break above 630 essentially to suggest that really it's bottomed, because any break above it is just, it would be too high for an internal 4th wave bounce. So all I can say is it's looking interesting. We could be close to a low, but that's the case for many coins. It's just that the reaction from the last swing low here that formed on the 8th of Feb on Saturday. It's not convincing, it's not impressive at all, so we have to have a little bit more patience. That's the update about Render. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, if you're interested in additional content, make sure that you follow us on MCO Global. It's our main channel, and here we only launched it recently though, but here we bring everything together: stocks, crypto, mindset related stuff, tutorials, there will be interviews. I want to bring some analysts in here as well, discussions, different Elliott wave counts for assets and so on. So it will be a very, very interesting space. Make sure that you follow us here as well. It's of course for free. It's completely different content. Check it out and have a great start to the week. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.